Well, a highty mighty hello and welcome. And we are not in the UK anymore. In fact, we're nowhere near the UK anymore. And no, I'm not in the Faroe Islands. I'm going to give you a guess. What do you think all this black stuff is? This is live, active lava. If you don't know where we are, we're in Iceland. We went up to Manchester. We flew a lovely flight, came over, walked through the airport, all nice and clean, very nice, very pretty. We've got our hire car, and on the way to our accommodation, which is about 2.5 hour drive, we've decided to come and have a quick look at this lava flow, which has been going on for the last year, I think. We've just driven down the road over there, which is like a new road because they've had to put a new road in, and we've all decided let's have a quick stop because it's a bit of a nothing evening. And I thought I'd just come and say hello, show you the lava, and if there's a shot, we'll have a shot. If not, we're just going to make our way to the accommodation, and it all kicks off tomorrow with some massive waterfalls. So yeah, welcome to Iceland. I wasn't really expecting to take any photographs in literally my first hour of landing and picking up the car, but walking around on all this amazing lava is just absolutely fantastic. It really is amazing to see, and you can hear it crunching, and it's so lightweight, it weighs nothing. It's amazing. It's like pumice stone, isn't it? It's what you get your pumice stones from. But what I'm trying to find is something that looks like it's flowed, if you know what I mean. It's like something that looks like it's been flowing. It's got those ripples, those lines in it, and it's very difficult because it's all broken up where it's been pushing and cracking and folding and bending, and it's just insane. But yeah, and I've also got a bad leg, so I'm going to be struggling walking too much this week, which is such a shame. I've hurt myself. I had a bike ride and pulled my knee quite badly. So yeah, we're just going to shoot a few shots, see what we can find, just find something a little bit interesting out of this massive black stuff. So I'm walking on these big flat parts at the moment, and these bits really do look like they've been flowing and moving. All this big flat sections here with all the big cracks in it and stuff. It's pretty cool. Now, Miss Marta's already had an injury. She slipped in one of the gaps. She's ripped her socks to shreds, torn her leggings, and we've only been here 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Look at the state of this already ripped and shredded her socks. So yeah, they're not your favorite socks anymore. So yeah, this is really sharp, really dangerous, and really nasty, unforgiving stuff to be walking on. So yeah, I'm just literally picking the big bits to walk on and trying to keep on the stuff that doesn't look like it's going to hurt me. Good morning, and yes, it's a bright sunny morning. We was up late last night, the old Aurora Borealis thingy, you know, those northern light colour things. It was playing and having a bit of a tinker with us. Unfortunately, I wasn't really getting the shots because setting up that Fuji for night photography is an absolute nightmare. But I think I managed to get something with a little bit of colour just to show you what it could have looked like. It was only a mild case of it. It was just tinkering with us and showing us its beautiful face, if you like. Yeah, this morning we're up bright and early. I was going to say before the sun rises, but the sun is almost coming up on us. It's one of those things, we're in the northern part of the world, and sun doesn't go down and come up quite the same. But in front of me, I've got a mother of all waterfalls, Skogafoss. Wow, she's already impressive and I haven't even got there. And the reason we're here bright and early is because we're only 4k away. Our accommodation for the first 2 days is 4 kilometers. So we're here before all the people get up, hopefully. And we're gonna have a look at the waterfall and have a play before we go back for breakfast. I've already seen an image quickly. I've got a little patch of grass down there in front of me with the waterfall up behind. So I'm definitely gonna go and have a quick mooch at this before all the people get up. That is one of the biggest, that is probably the biggest waterfall I've ever seen in my life. Unbelievable. Wow, the water sprayed coming over here already, everything's just getting damp, and we're only just stood next to the water's edge. I've just moved over a little bit closer now, so I've got this nice leading line of the water's edge leading you up to it, and I've got this rock over on the left hand side as well, just giving me a little bit of a space to make the image work. But yeah, massive, huge waterfall, but the spray's just blowing towards us and getting everything damp, so I've got all my layers on already and I can't even see because my glasses are all steamed up. But yeah, wow, what a magnificent feat this is. But the sky's looking quite bland, unfortunately, but wow, massive, huge waterfall. Right, so you can see that we were quite on time because there's a lot of people starting to turn up now. And it's obvious this is what happens, you know, you've got an iconic place like this, you start to get a lot of people turn up, and there's a lady walking down there now. I think it's a lady. Stuart's just been down as well and stood in it, and he looked like a little tiny micro dot at the bottom, but I bet the water up there is absolutely raging. But we're going to go back for breakfast and we're going to come back and go for another walk. But yeah, you can just see the person there, it's absolutely tiny. That thing is huge. So I've got to get a selfie done, so I'm going to come up and get a little bit closer, but I'm not going to show you too much because I can't destroy this Osmo on the first day, otherwise I've got a whole week without anything. But have a quick look at this. This is a novelty. I haven't had my camera set up with you on my tripod for quite some time, really. So yeah, hello. We've got another shot set up. We've just walked away, and across this grassy bank there's some flowers in the bottom of the image, in this little meadow area. And we've got the waterfall in wrapping behind the rock, and I think it looks quite nice. It works quite well. So I think the plan, we're going to have a couple of shots that are slightly different to the normal and just have some leading lines. So I've got these nice diagonal lines in the shot. My ISO is around 400 just to speed it up a little bit because I don't want too much movement in the water. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, and there's a little bit of a misty haze over on the left hand side as well. So I think it's working quite nicely. It's a bit of an alternative shot with the flowers on the bottom. Come back to our accommodation. We've got a minibus because I've got a group of photographers out with me, so I've got a minibus, and we've also got this lovely cabin for the first couple of nights. Now this cabin is absolutely divine. It is so nice, it is so warm, it is so modern. It really is a fantastic cabin. And look at this. This is where we were trying to shoot the aurora last night. It was coming over the top of these mountains. But here there are some fantastic little items that I want to quickly show you. And I've already seen them on the Googles and all that sort of thing, but there's some fantastic little things here, and they're really quite unique, and I don't quite know how and why they're built. But just behind us here, we've got these two little barns. Just have a look at this. There's two little barns actually in the rocks just there. And you're going to love this. Up there, there's a rock that's got a window on it, and there's another one behind here, a rock with a door on it. I don't know why, and I don't know if we can go in the gate and have a look. But yeah, how randomly weird is that? How weird. So we've been back for breakfast, we've had a bit of a sit down and a cup of coffee, and we've come back to Skogafoss, or whatever it is, the big waterfall. We've got rainbows, we've got rainbow action, but the problem is we can't get the rainbow in the optimum position because with the sun's low and behind us, we can only sort of, as you move to the left, it starts to fade away. So getting the waterfall and the rainbow is quite difficult at this time of the day. The sun's not quite in the right place, but it's still awesome to see. And you could almost guarantee it was going to be there with the sun being out and that spray. You've just got to keep moving and looking and seeing, making the best you can from whatever you can. So the waterfall's here and the rainbow's just there. So I'm just taking a few shots, got it on the capture clip. But yeah, we're going up the top. We're going up to have a look at the big waterfalls going up the back way. They're not so big high, they're big wide. So yeah, we'll go up and have a look. Stood up on a bench and come down even closer now, and we're getting the waterfall even closer to it. We've got so many people to clone out though, but we are getting water and we are getting that lovely rainbow as well. So yeah, I think we're half nailing it. Well, just look at that. We've come up to the top, we've still got this beautiful arcing rainbow running itself around. In fact, it's a double rainbow at the moment. As the sun moves round the sky, it's going to pull that rainbow in tighter and tighter and tighter. So hopefully when we get back, that's going to be right touching the bottom of the waterfall. But I didn't think it'd be that impressive at the top, but it still looks pretty good because I'm not a top person waterfall because it's just a drop. You get all the distance and the height from the bottom, don't you? But it's not bad. So this is kind of what I mean about top of waterfalls. When you get to the top, you've got this lovely river running down, and then you've just got this drop off that just goes off the edge. It doesn't give you that same sense of waterfall appeal. I remember walking once all the way around half a mountain to have a look, and you got to the top, it was just a stream. But we're heading up that way. We're going to head up that way and have a look so we can find some waterfalls up there. There's some big crashing water as it comes down this river. So let's go and have a look, see what we can find. So we've got another big cascade. You can see, look at this, rushing down, cascading down. We've got this lovely diagonal coming through it, and there's a little tree down the bottom there as well, which is pretty cool. I don't think it's time for a tripod though, and what I don't like is that harsh sunlight. It is really spoiling the waterfalls, but wow, what a lot of water. So amazing. That's one of the problems when you've got sunlight, isn't it? Sunlight and high dark contrast between the shadows and the highlighted areas when the sun's out really bright. It does make it very, very difficult, but they're all here shooting. Look at them, everyone's got their cameras out on tripods, they're all having a go. It's pretty impressive though. So we've got an image set up in front of me, and I've got this mountain peering up from the top left-hand side. So the big sharp mountain, jagged and rugged volcanic mountain leading down towards the waterfall on the bottom right-hand side. So you've got the diagonal going through the image. It's really difficult to shoot. You've got a blue sky, which I hate. You've got the sunlight beaming down onto the frothy white water, which I hate because it just makes it into such a white, sharp, it's pure white basically. And then you've got the really deep shadows in the bottom of the image. So this has got to be bracketed. And on the front of the camera, I've got the polarizer, which is giving me that darker water, and I've also got a 6-stop Maven filter on there, and that's just slowing the shutter speed down enough to get some movement in that water and get a little bit of fluffiness to it rather than it just being sharp water droplets. So I'm going to bracket it for the mountain, I'm going to bracket it for the water, and then I'm going to bracket it for the foreground. So between the three, I should make an image quite nice, but it is all about these diagonal lines that lead through the shot. So from the first couple I took over on the main viewing platform to this one's definitely a better shot than the other two, definitely. We've moved up to the next waterfall now, and this one's got a lovely impressive look to it. It's coming out from like behind some jagged sort of mountainy cliffs, and it's sort of flowing out with all these big, they are just volcanic boulders basically. They're just big lumps of ash, and yeah, that's what it is. That's just what this island is, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's just a big volcanic mass of lava. So yeah, it's so difficult to shoot. I'm going to keep repeating it. The sunlight is making the white patches so bright. For me to be able to see that white patch on the back of the camera, I'm about 4 or 5 stops underexposed, which basically means everything else is black. So yeah, it's going to be a really difficult one to edit, a really difficult one to process, but again, you've got to shoot it. I'm shooting quite a tight shot as well, picking up the main waterfall, all the cascades and all the flowing water. And then I've gone wide just so I've got a picture of the landscape where we are. Yeah, photographer's worst nightmare, blue skies. Never happy, are we? And then you come around the corner and you get a rainbow. How amazing is that? Oh, I'm going to get the camera set up again, just putting the lens cap in my pocket, and we have to get a shot of this with the rainbow. She's a stunner. So I've come up a little bit higher and I can see another waterfall appearing down there, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And this goes up another few kilometres. Unfortunately, I think my knee is in such a bad way that I can't carry on. The more I go up, the more I know I've got to come back down, and I'm in a lot of pain and it keeps catching me out. I don't know whether the guys are going to carry on walking on, but I think I've just taken a handheld shot of this because I just love the water going out that way and the mountain. So yeah, it just bodes well. It doesn't bode well for me carrying on, so I think I'm going to have to call it and go back down and do a bit more low-lying stuff and save myself for the glaciers and things that are coming up in a few more episodes, because we're going in an ice cave, which is going to be amazing. We're going down to Vesterhorn, which is going to be amazing. We're going down to Diamond Beach, which is going to be amazing. I'm going to see the glacier and all that, so I don't want to burn myself out on day one. So I'm going to head back down and have a look and see if that sun's turned that rainbow into the waterfall a bit more, and I'll save this to the next trip because I'll come back. And if you want to come, let me know. If you want to come, let me go. Make me a very happy, proud man and join me on my next expedition and adventure to Iceland, where we'll get to the top there. Because I'm not going to go on a 200-mile bike ride and damage my knee next time. Back down the bottom of Skogafoss, because it's just stunning, and the waterfall now has the rainbow digging right in. The sun's moved around the sky and it's brought the rainbow further and further around, as I said it would, and we're getting this massive rainbow dropping straight in the bottom of the waterfall, but we've got a zillion people to put up with. So what I've tried to do is I put the long lens on, crept in really tight, shot a few tight shots of the water cascading down, and I'm going to shoot across the top of people's heads. I'm going to put an image up with all the people in so you can see it. I'll try and do a tidy up shot, which I think is near on impossible, and then I'll show you what it's like when you just go above the heads and just take in the most of what you can, which is basically the waterfall, the cascade and the beautiful colours. So yeah, let's get those done. Well and truly done for this morning. I think you're not going to get much better than that. I tried to get some full circle rainbows, which I've never really seen up close like that before. They've got a whole circle. I think I nearly got something, but it's loads of people in it. And I tried to get one of Miss Marta in it, but yeah, she just wasn't quite ready on the pose when the water spray came across and it just wouldn't come back properly. But yeah, I think that's about it for this morning. I think we're done. So we're going to go back to the van, get some lunch, and then make a plan for this afternoon. Off for some more adventures, maybe even drive down and have a quick look at the glacier, because that is going to be just spanking really, isn't it? Or some more waterfalls further up the road. So don't forget to like and subscribe, give us that thumbs up, and till the next time, see you soon. It's going to be good. Yeah, ciao for now and all that. Yeah, it's definitely going to be different over the next few weeks, because we are here for 7 days, so there's going to be a lot of videos coming from Iceland. Some of them are going to be good, some of them not so good, some are going to be excited, and some of them maybe not so excited.
Not even come out.
But until, yeah, some of them might not even come out, you're right. I ummed and ahed about putting this one out this morning, but it is the first morning, it's the first day, first arrived yesterday, so yeah, it had to be done. See you soon. Ta-da.
Bye.